Tanner, where are we at right now?
We're right here on the beautiful Northern State University campus. It's a beautiful South Dakota November day. And what are we here for? It's the Northern State University Technology and Entrepreneurship Summit. And who is first on their list to call? Massenomics, obviously.
Of course. Look at all these people. All these people lined up to come see us. I don't know. There might be 5 people in there. I don't know how many people are here for us.
We don't know. We do know they called us. They said, hey, do you want to come to this Entrepreneurship and Technology Summit? And we said, are you sure? And they said, yeah, we want you to come to this. And we said, are you sure? And
it's not too late to change your mind.
We couldn't talk them out of it, so we're going to be here. We're going to talk about podcasting, I think. I don't know. We got some of our questions fed to us already, so we'll see how it goes.
And also, people need to check this out. There's something going on here.
Yes. Well, this is a very
we're really looking the part today.
This was a very official event, so we figured we had to
head's shadowing everything. Yeah.
We had to be dressed very official for the occasion.
Black tie, black polo affair.
We saved no expense for this one.
All right, should we go in?
Let's do it.
Did you ever go streaking through here when you went to school here?
This, for anyone that never went to college, this is the quad, and I used to do a lot of quadding out here. Although I have no quads, I still went to the quad.
Gotta find
kind of ironic.
Have you been in this building before, Tanner?
We have entered the building. It's funny, I have been in this building before, but as I walk in, I would say, no, I haven't, because this does not feel like the same building I went in.
Things have changed.
I guess I'm so old that the campus is completely different than when I went here.
Tanner, it's the youth of America.
It sounds like these guys all get 10 extra bonus points if they don't fall asleep during our section. We're really doing it.
There's a few people here, isn't there?
They even gave us microphones.
Oh.
These are different than the ones we normally use.
Do you think they're going to plug ours in? Or?
No.
Are you guys the Massenomics
Whoa,
guys?
hey.
I'm a huge fan. Can I get an autograph from you guys? How are you guys doing?
Good, how's it going?
Yeah.
About to hit the stage.
We're doing it. All other
packed house. The line's down the block.
We met the moderator. There was even a Massenomics fan here.
Do you think there's going to be a lot of hecklers in the crowd?
Yeah, they're going to throw tomatoes at us. And
like a comedy show.
They're going to throw rotten apple pies and chicken bakes at us. Like, boo. We're sick of you guys.
No, I heard B say.
That's not
Sorry.
Thank you for being at this session today. We appreciate that. So my name is Dan Shanahan. I'm an assistant professor of management here at Northern. And today I have the good fortune of introducing you to an exceptional panel who's going to shed light on the immense influence of podcasts in the digital age, offering insights into their entrepreneurial journey. First up to my left, we have Tommy DeFay and Tanner Baird from the Massenomics podcast. I'm going to kick it off with the first one. So if I could have each of our panelists tell us what inspired each of you to start your own podcast. I'll start with Tommy and Tanner.
So our origin story was we had created a very rough idea of a brand. We had some apparel and kind of a gym in the works, and at the time we had another business partner, and he said, hey, I like podcasts, we should start a podcast. And we basically said, okay, with the idea thinking like, yeah, we'll do 10 episodes and run out of ideas, and we're at episode 398 right now, so we've kept with it for, what's that, 6-7 years?
Yeah, almost 8 years now.
8 years, yeah.
So. Yeah, that was part of the inspiration, I guess. We were experimenting with a little bit of everything that we thought might work at the time. Maybe sell more apparel, get more word out about the gym. We wanted to look at anything that was an option. The podcast was one of them. Thankful to our other partner at the time, he had said maybe we should do this podcast, and my thought was, yeah, maybe we should do a podcast at some point in time. And this was in 2016 when podcasting wasn't quite as prevalent as it is today. And I thought that would be that's a cool idea. And he said, no, we should do it tomorrow. And so we did it literally like the next day. He was up on his hardware end of it, so we were able to, between hardware and software, make that happen and get rolling. And I would have never guessed at that point in time that it was going to be something that stuck like it did and has, but thankfully it has.
All right, I have 2 targeted questions. One is for the Massenomics guys, and one, interestingly, is for everybody other than Massenomics, so I'm going to go to those right now. First up is the Massenomics one. For Tanner and Tommy, longtime listener, first-time caller, what is the capital of Western Northeast South Dakota?
The context of how that question, what that question even means. Obviously, we record our show out of Aberdeen, South Dakota, right here, and some people maybe could perceive that as a disadvantage for a show that's broadly nationwide or international. And what we've been able to do is kind of leverage that to our advantage and say, no, we are from Aberdeen, South Dakota, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about what maybe makes us a little bit different than some people from larger areas. And we, throughout the course of the show, eventually dubbed it as Western Northeast South Dakota is where Aberdeen sits. We wanted to be as specific as possible.
So we've become known as the people from Western Northeast South Dakota.
And what was the actual question?
That was it.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, and so now the question for the other podcasters. What do the other podcasters think of Massenomics not being featured in the Aberdeen magazine?
That's a little question.
Well, I mean, they are the only podcast up here that has billboards, so maybe you're just outgrown it.
You guys have clever merch. You really do.
So I guess I would look at it as we monetize our podcast in 3 ways. 2 are direct and 1 is indirect. The indirect one is selling our merchandise, and which we always ran the 2 things in parallel, and as they've both grown, the podcast is probably our most significant way that we advertise the things that we sell. So that's an important part of the 3 ways. The 2 direct ways are sponsors and then listeners that become what we call supporting members of the show.
All right, so unfortunately, we are at time. So thank you for all the great questions. We have some good ones in there. I apologize that I'm not able to get to all of them. Let's just get one more round of applause for our great panel and great discussion.
We did it. We're keynote speakers now.
We did the damn thing. I guess that's right. That's the big takeaway. We're speakers now. We're guns for hire if you ever need important speaking at an important event. We know the drill.
I'm assuming, hopefully, the video of this comes out where we can actually show people some of the clips, but there were some oddly specific Massenomics questions that took place during the Q&A section.
There was. Aberdeen Magazine got brought up, which is some of the questions that were specific. This is for Massenomics, or this is for everyone but Massenomics. So some fun stuff there. Hopefully we can kind of get some video of that piece together to include here, and you will have saw it. It was really fun, went really fast. It was cool. It was a good experience. We're in a room I took theater class in like 20 years ago. I barely.
You were doing Shakespeare up there, right?
Actually, to be fair, I barely took it. It was a class that I rarely came to. So, cool experience right here at NSU.
So, Northern, thanks for having us. We had a great time.
Cool beans.